Oh.
We're
Live?
on.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh man, this is such a lovely day.
It is a lovely
Such a
day.
lovely day.
So I'm just going to talk a little louder because he's mic'd up. I'm Christina with Jai Bhakti Yoga Foundation. Much love. Namaste.
Much love.
And I'm here with my brother and everything that goes along with my brother and soul everything, Illi Stovall of the Humble Way.
Yes.
And we are doing our midday meditation that we love to do on Mondays to get us grounded and to get us ready and get us set for the week ahead.
Yes.
Much
So
love,
so
Insta
much.
Jewel and Tanya, mi amor y mi hermosa hermana and
Beautiful.
spiritual goddess of sister. Yes, and there's Sister Meg. So welcome everyone. Let's get
Hey,
started
Meg.
with Illi Stovall.
Hi everybody. I'd like to just start with saying I love you. Thank you for joining us. This space and just this opportunity over the last couple of weeks to guide meditation has been such a rooting experience for me, especially being avid meditator for almost 8 years. You know, sometimes that realm, especially when the spiritual climate is high, it's so easy to become aloof or feel disconnected because you're in that space majority of the time. So this has been such a grounding and rooting experience for me. So I thank you, and I thank everybody that's joined, you know, for this experience, because this is also a learning experience for me. I'm just grateful, and I understand a lot of souls are literally going through that flowering right now. You know, we talked about planting the seed, we talked about blossoming, but one thing that we need to understand about the flowering process is the receptivity. Because when we come to this awareness, we come to this space of wholeness and peace, like I said, sometimes we get there and we want to stay there rather than reflecting that light outwardly into this life. And that's one thing that we have to understand, is that to do that, you still, no matter what you become aware of and how whole you come to be, you are still allotted an allowance to receive. There's so many blessings, so many intentions that are literally designated for your purpose that we don't usually open ourselves up to. So that's another part of the meditation process, is that when we get into this space, we usually think, okay, I'm coming to self, I'm coming to home, but we don't usually think about the awareness of everything that is, that can come through us, that love, that happiness. There are souls, powerful souls, praying and sending intentions for the very thing that you are asking for, but are you allowing? And this is something that we learn through meditation, is an allowance. It's not just becoming aware, it's about how do I allow this to flow through me. If I'm coming to this space, this stream, this divine stream within myself, how do I open myself, reflect myself outwardly to allow this to reflect itself to me in so many ways that it just engulfs your life. The divine starts to saturate your life with soulful intention. And that's when you start to live by the law of life. And it starts to guide you, it starts to teach you, it starts to refine you through your immediate lessons. But you have to be open, because on that path you will endure those shadows or those healing points that you need to really reflect on to move into that space that's offered, to move into that flow that is always there. You know, because that's the thing about it. When we're going into meditation, we're going to a place that's already flowing for you. It's just waiting for you to flow with it. And that's really, when you think about it, it's really peaceful to know that all you have to do is receive that. All you have to do is learn how to allow that. It's not you becoming this super being, you're already a divine being. It's about realizing, allowing that awareness to create the confidence to rise and show that to the rest of this world, to your family, to your friends. No matter what the medium is, you are the constant focal point of reflection.
You are the vessel that is being used, the conduit to deliver a message that only you are able to do. Isn't that so special?
Yeah, we all gifted that opportunity to express something that's universal to each, but it's also unique to everybody, you know? And I think that's the gift of love, you know? And love is patient. So like throughout this process, you have to realize, you know, if love is patience, sit within that patience and allow that patience to help you through this refinement process to come to a healing point of trauma or misunderstandings or concepts that were limiting beforehand, to come to peace and dissolve them through that repetitious wave of love. And one thing that's been vital is also understanding your relationship to your breath. You know, we talk about this so much, and it's because it's not cliche, it's just the truth. It's just like how you look at something. You can look at weather as, oh, that's just weather, or you can look at it as an energetic entity. It's a representation of a climate. And that's the same thing with self, you know? So what is it that you're choosing to identify with, or how do you identify with breath? Because it is life. It is so divine. It is life. Like, really understand. This is how we communicate in this realm, you know? And as long as we are abiding by the will of this happening, this earthly happening, you have to understand that that is the divine representation that flows through this life. And like flowers, we have to receive the nutrients, just like in the soil. You don't stop receiving these nutrients. You don't stop receiving this evolution of being. It continues, and the only way that you can continue that flowering process through the seasons, which we all different, some perennial, some annual. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody's different because each soul upon this plane is in a different lesson, a different happening, a different enrollment of wisdom, honestly, because we're all going through it. You know, no matter where you go upon this path, lessons continue. That's inevitable. And once you understand that, then you can bring that awareness that you're cultivating within to these lessons, through these lessons, and then you handle these lessons quite differently. You handle circumstances quite differently because you're not limited by the circumstance. You're unconditional within that circumstance, which redefines its own conditions.
Do we allow our mindsets and past conditions to keep us holding ourselves back from exploring the opportunities that we have if we limit our practice or limit ourselves in our meditation to expansion and awareness?
Yeah, because what you're doing is limitless. What you're tapping into has no end. Peace has no end. Wisdom has no end. It's literally the representation of love unfolding.
So if we just stop limiting our mindsets and we just stop saying to ourselves, okay, I already know that path. I'm not going to go down that path, but yet we go down that path. So if we're able to take a moment to step back and observe and recognize, is that path that we're going on invited by fear or invited by the fear of not knowing? However, when we do go along that path and we recognize we've been there before, is it not just because it's fear of unknowing, but fear of letting go of what we already know?
That's why we go to a place that's unconditional. That's why we go to that place where there's no judgment. There's more clarity of a situation or a circumstance. In that space, I go to this space with all decisions because I know for a fact everything is a spontaneous decision, right? But with everything comes clarity and intuition, because intuition is being aware of what's already unfolding and allowing it to unfold. You know, we have those deja vu moments. And like you're saying, what do you choose to identify with? That's a daily process. That's as frequent as you allow it to be.
I think that's what we're going to meditate on today. We're going to be meditating on this identity of what it is. Is it spirit? Is it the ego self? What exactly are we going to sit in presence of? And what are we going to release?
It's a whole being. To be whole. This is what we all strive for in this life, is to be whole.
Absolutely.
And the funny part about striving to be whole is that once you surrender to the fact that you have always been whole, and that's why identifying simply by the body is not going to suffice. You have to embrace the spirit, because the spirit sustains the body, it progresses the body, it evolves the body, you know? So that's why it's so important to get into that space.
Yeah. Let's get in it together, shall we?
So let's come to a comfortable position. Just loosen up the shoulders. Any static movements you have to do, loosen up your body. Remember, it's your freedom. You get to choose how you want to express, how you want to start this journey into presence, into peace, into awareness. As you come into that space where you feel comfortable, allow yourself to decompress your identity or certain matters that may be flowing through your mind. Allow them to decompress your focus. Decompress. I'm going to take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. On this inhale, take in love. On this exhale, allow peace to sweep over you. Inhale love. Exhale peace. As you continue to breathe, allow this repetitious wave of breath to sweep over your mind, your body, your heart. Allow it to dissolve, decompress, release, and free you from that which is not necessary to be held. As you flow into this space, detach from my voice, listen to your calling, listen to your heart. Allow peace to take you deeper and deeper. No matter what flashes, reveals, unveils itself, sit in truth, awareness, presence. Be vulnerable in this moment to allow life to happen around you, within you, and harmony will set in. Patiently allow what is already flowing. Patiently allow that which loves you, knows you, and always desires to free you more and more. On this next inhale, take it to the crown. Exhale to the soles of your feet. Inhale, take it to the crown. Exhale to the soles of your feet. Now, as you breathe, allow love to continue to sweep and build within you. Sit in presence. A pure white light. No definition. Just presence. A clarity you don't know, but it reflects everything that you need to know. Allow this to be natural. On the next inhale, to the crown. Exhale into the core of the earth. Inhale to the crown. Exhale into the earth. On this next inhale, I want you to allow yourself to give your worries, your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, anything that may not allow you to be fully present to Gaia, to Earth. Your whole body. She's your sustainer. She's your balancer. She's the gravity of love. She holds you near and dear. Allow. Allow her to strengthen you. Allow her to reflect the beauty that you are, the presence that you are, the nature that you are. Your divinity is natural. Your humanity is natural. Their marriage is divine. It's wholesome. It's timeless. If there's any lingering thoughts, allow a desired feeling, an emotion that you truly desire. Love, happiness, peace, joy. Do you need clarity, harmony, confidence, compassion, empathy, understanding, focus? Or is it simply you want to be free? Free to be. Allow that to consume any remnants. Your light is bigger than any shadow. You have to know that. Your light is stronger than any shadow. You have to own that. On this next inhale, receive love. Exhale love into the universe, into unknown spaces, places, frequencies, realms. On this next inhale, receive that love that you sent out. You don't have to know where it came from. Know that it is love and that you continue to exchange love for love. Allow that repetition. Allow that harmony to build. You are love, you come from love, you receive love. You're preceded by love. I ask you to be vulnerable enough to allow yourself to be whole in this moment. Any want, any lack, it's gone. Let it be free. This breath, this present, this moment, this happening is all you need. And it's always with you. This sweet wholeness, this divine presence within, it's meant to be reflected out. Not forcefully, naturally, organically, authentically. It's a refining process. The more that you sit within this space, naturally you will reflect and carry this with you. Because you're identifying with that which is your soul, spirit, essence, and the foundation of everything that is physical and matter. Awareness is such a gift. This space, this pure awareness, this pure intention, this rooting, this soil, is where all life flowers from. And it's within you. Gracefully, we're waiting for you to let it be seen. And just know, that which you're becoming aware of is aware that you are becoming aware of it. And by law, it will reveal itself through you. According to your integrity to that and your allowance of that. I ask that you allow yourself uniquely to display that. You understand it's universal. It's an inclusive power. And this is why the opening of the heart and the humbling of the mind is so necessary. Because it is always inclusive. And if any part of the path, any part of the growth is not inclusive, you need to understand, where is love limited in this? Love has no bounds, no boundaries, no burdens. Unconditional love, pure love. It's committed to progression. Not the progression of scales, the progression of presence, expression, freedom, being. This is your birthright. This is your gift. Sit with your gift. Sit within your gift. and allow your gift to gift the world. Each and every one of us are more powerful than we could ever understand. And to understand this power, you have to go to the source of its power. Then you will see. Everything that you desire to show up as and be, it can, and it shall. But do you trust? Do you trust that which you continuously come to know? There's so much wisdom, so much clarity, so much intuition, so much spontaneous happening and revealing itself in this moment. But do you trust? I pray divine confidence over each and every one of you. As we come back into our body, allow that weightlessness and timelessness to precede you. Just like going into that space, you have to let go. To take it with you, let go and let be. May we inhale gratitude, exhale freedom, inhale forgiveness, exhale joy. I love you. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for you being here. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for really cultivating the seed within. And may your blossom be beautiful, fruitful, and abundant.
Namaste.
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 We love you guys. See you soon.